All right, guys, welcome back to Bottom Fishing 24/7. Captain RL, Captain Josh, and we're going to be talking today about setting up 2 new rod and reel combos for fishing steel jigs in, what, 30 to 70 feet?
Yeah, 30 to 70. These are like 60 gram jigs. We'll show them to you.
Yeah.
What does that equate to? What, 2 ounces or 2 1/4, whatever it equates to. I think they're 60 gram jigs.
Yeah, we haven't put the hooks on because that'll be in a later part of the video. But there's
That's one color.
That's
one. Is that one got the stripes on the back? A lot of them. Yeah. See, that's the ticket. The things they start fluttering around matters. That the other side has the foil stripes on it. To me, it does. Catch a lot of fish on those. All different kinds of fish will hit them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A wide variety of species. So we're going to be setting up 2 new combos for that. We're going to be using some ugly stick rods, 2 different lengths.
Yep.
And these reels that this company sent us, we'll let you try to butcher the enunciation of that.
I'm going to butcher it right now and say it's Sougayilang.
What it
You've
looks
seen other
like.
videos on it, and the people just go, "We're going to do these," and they just hold up the name because they don't know how to say it neither.
So
yeah,
yep.
we're using them. They send them to us, we're going to use them.
Yep. So we're going to set them up right now. Let's start with this right here. Is a 7-foot ugly stick GX2. Great rods.
Very affordable rod, by the way. So this is also budget minded. This whole thing. We have some expensive stuff, but there's as long as it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see the reason spending $300 for a spinning rod to get thrown around the boat. I've never been able to understand it.
Well, and we also charter, so
yeah,
it's clients use and abuse. So
yeah, when we charter, we don't hold the rods for people. We want them to be able to use it. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to be scared handing them a $700 combo that they're going to drop it in the ocean, or bang it on the floor. I don't care if they do or not. Yeah, we're on their dime. They pay $700 or $1,000 to go fishing. Yeah, they can do whatever they want to them. I don't care what they do.
That's right.
Well, they don't break the law.
If they drop it in the water, we'll just go get another
grab
combo.
another one. Yeah.
So
and these things were we got these at Academy.
Yeah.
These ugly sticks.
What were they? $39.99.
They were $29.99.
$29.99.
So I went in there and me and Josh started just grab everyone off the shelf. People were looking at us at the checkout. Yeah. But they're good, and this one is
they're it's a 7-foot. Yeah. Action is medium heavy, 8 to 20 pound line class. These are just, it's for such a small profile spinning rod. It is a very stout.
It is,
but it also has a pretty good action on the tip for fishing jigs like we do. So this is a all around just it's a beefy rod, but they're really light.
And the 7-foot one has a little bit of a tip.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of I wouldn't call it a fast tip, but it's maybe medium fast on the tip. Mm-hmm. That the 7-foot GX2 has.
And we also have the 6.6.
This 6.6 looks exactly the same, all the parts and pieces, but it's a little shorter, obviously, 6 by 6 inches. It's got no tip. Mm-hmm. It's pretty much a broomstick. Yeah. It might be a little tiny flex in the tip, but not much. So we'll use it, but I tell you what, it'll pull a fish up a little easier from the bottom than the 7-foot one will. Both will do it though. And these rods, these GX2s, these guys are using them all over the Gulf for bottom fishing, even for gags. Yeah. People are for fish under 40 pounds, 35 pounds and less, and fishing little 1 to 2 and 3 ounce, the 60 gram jigs approximately in that weight. It's hard to beat these for $30. It really is.
And honestly, I mean, I've messed around on a charter and we had a good fish on, and we had a big sandbar shark actually take the fish from us, and the people wanted to fight it out, and this rod,
it did it.
It actually did it. It caught a 7.5 foot sandbar shark offshore. I mean, we had to fight it, the right way, but these rods did phenomenal on holding up to that. I mean, it didn't break. It didn't. Yeah, it kicked its butt. So.
Yeah, it did. So I didn't know if it would do that or not because we've got a place in the Gulf and we fish Port Richey a lot, and so we were just bottom fishing with them, and they're great for that. And that's kind of how we learned about the GX2s. I mean, there's commercials everywhere, obviously, but I get a lot of stuff from forums, especially in the Gulf, and that's where we learned about. So we were bottom fishing with them, just catching red grouper and gags and scamps and just different types of grouper. Man, they work great.
Yeah.
So
and if
we decided to use them on his trips.
Yeah.
And man, we caught 35, 40-pound bull ends on them.
Yeah. We got a client that wants to just go super light tackle.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what we're going to use, because we don't want to harm the fish either, you know, by going too light to where it's not going to fight the fish out enough and take too long of a fight. So they want to feel like they're doing light tackle. We go with this because it's light tackle, but it's got some backbone to these
What's
rods.
it weigh? I mean, this thing,
A couple ounces.
a few out, like it's like you don't.
You don't.
It doesn't weigh anything. There is no weight, but it's got some as to it.
It does have that. And as he was talking about those grouper, if you've ever caught grouper, you know those things, they fight. And for such a small profile rod, I mean, that's as big as my pinky around. For that to fight a grouper.
Yeah, literally. I mean,
it's pinky size around.
It's a small blank, man.
Yeah.
And it is graphite.
And for them to fight a grouper on these rods, I mean, that's saying something. They're stout.
And we've done it.
Yeah.
In the
multiple
Gulf.
times.
Yes.
So.
And here.
Yeah.
And here. A couple of gags on them. Smaller gags, but still.
Still, you know.
It'll handle them. So that's why we fish with steel with them. You know, we could fish that smaller steel in that shallower water, fishing 3-inch long steel, 50 to 65 gram jigs, and get away with it. And pretty much whatever's going to bite, aside from a Goliath getting a hold of it after you've hooked a small snapper or something, you're going to get it in. So budget minded, works good, very light.
Yes.
Love it.
And if you know anything about jigging, you know it's an all day affair. You're up and down, up and down, up and down. You're constantly working that rod and reel. You can get fatigued real quick if you have too heavy of a setup.
That's right.
This thing right here, super light.
All day, baby.
You can, it's excellent for all day fishing steel, because it doesn't. You're not tired after the day.
You pair these jokers up with a 3000 even. A lot of guys are using 3000s on these for gag and other bottom fish. In the Gulf mainly is where these things are being used by guides a lot. But a 35, 3000. So a couple reel companies now have 3500 size reels, and I would say up to a 4000 size reel maybe at the most would match up good with it. These Sougayilang, whatever these reels, these Sougayilang reels, they claim to be a 5000 size, but if you stack it up to a Penn, Battle, or any other 5000, it's not that. So they're like the size of a 3500 size reel.
Yeah.
It does have a deep spool though.
It does.
It does. It probably holds as much line as, say, a Penn 4000 Battle is about what the line it'll hold. But it's smaller than, we opened the packages, we're like, you said you were sending us 5000s. And when I saw the boxes, I'm like, them ain't 5000. So they call them that, but they're not that. And I don't know what they really cost. I hear they're pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And they work. They last for a little while. So we'll find that out, because we'll abuse the fire out of these things.
Yes, we will.
Because we catch the hound out of bottom fish in the winter.
That's right.
On steel. And that's what this is all about.
So, as you see, that's the reel that we're going to be using. Pretty good. 13-1 ball bearings.
Look at that handle.
Yeah.
Look at that handle.
It's a nice handle.
Got that round, what do they call that these days? Ergonomic.
Yeah.
Right?
It is ergonomic.
Is that so it spins in the wind better, or does it? Because
I think it fits in your hand.
Is that what it does?
Yeah.
Oh, I use my fingers.
Yeah, it's got a nice taper to it. Right
oh, yeah,
there.
look at that. The taper. Yeah.
It is a taper. So, but
ergonomic.
Yep, they work. So
now you can back.
We'll gonna add it to the rod now, and that'll make it a combo.
Yeah, we're literally pairing these up to use, because right now the wind's blowing, so we're getting everything rigged as we showed you in the sheep's head video we did. Just getting stuff rigged up and getting ready.
Yeah.
We got the Grady 32 in the water, ready to go. Unfortunately, it does need fuel. So there's $600. But
that's right.
Aside from that, we are for real. all BS aside, we're ready to go.
Man,
That thing's smooth.
it's smooth, and feel that combo. That is light.
First time I felt them on a rod. How about the air, just in case it gets hot? Look at the holes in that spool, man. That's pretty honeycomb. Look at that.
It is.
So, and this is definitely not a commercial for these reels, by the way. It's not. We appreciate that company sending them to us. They're on Amazon, by the way. But we're going to find out if they break or not. They probably really didn't expect us to do a critical video, but we're gonna. And yeah, we'll fire these things down there and see what they do. The drag feels okay, but when they're new, all of them do.
That's right.
So we'll see after a few big fish pull on it.
The fish will put it to the test.
Yeah, it will.
So,
and from now until June, we'll find out. It'll catch a cobia. I'm sure we'll catch a cobia on it. So we'll see how good that'll tell us how good the drag is.
Yes, it will.
Even a 30-inch cobia will tell us.
They fight.
Feels good though. I mean,
It does. No, it's super light. Yeah, it feels good all the way around.
so that's on the. You put that on the 6.6.
No, this is on the 7 here.
That's the 7.
Yep.
Okay. But again, remember there's a 7 foot and a 6.6.
Yep. This
Okay,
one,
y'all. The 7 foot GX2 rod, it's got a little bit faster tip, just a little bit, which I really prefer for jigging. But then on the other side of that, if you think you're gonna be into a little bit bigger fish, you need to go with that 6.6 because it's got a lot more backbone to it. It feels like because of the length shorter.
Here goes the 6.6 model number.
And looking at them from 10 feet away, you would not know the difference until you got up close.
No.
But when you hold it, you'll know the difference. I mean, it is the 6.6 is a broomstick, man.
It is.
It really is.
So we'll go ahead and add another reel to the 6.6 now.
I can't say enough about Ugly Stik because I was sponsored by them since I was in my 20s when I got a sponsorship with Shakespeare and the K2 company at the time. And Mark Davis at the time was in charge of that program for the field staff, the pro staff. And he said, hey, spare no expense, outfit your boat like you want and show people this product. So we did. And I've used Ugly Stik. Even before that happened, I still had Ugly Stik. So, and their Ugly Stiks are very reasonable.
They are.
That's a good thing. I've only seen one Ugly Stik break, and it was a Tiger stick back in the day, and I believe it was like a 3060 orange old Tiger stick.
Yeah,
and I had like a TLD 15 or something Stingray. Guy had it bent straight over, pulled it behind his back like they do.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey man, real forward on that. Pow! So he turned sideways. How do you explain that rod
like
position?
A reverse angle.
It's when they pull it back over their head back here, and it puts that rod in a tweak. And graphite don't like that.
No.
So these are graphite.
I don't think any rod reel likes that.
Yeah, if you don't come above, 90 degrees, you ain't going to break them rods. I don't care what's on it.
Just don't
come over
your
that shark was 120 pounds on it.
Yeah.
And they caught that.
Yeah, because they listened.
Yeah, they listened. That's right.
Just don't go over your shoulder.
Yeah, you can't put graphite back here and reel because the tip, however it goes.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Not at all.
So these will work. I can't wait to try them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm looking forward to putting some big fish on it. Plus, we just love fishing steel. Artificials, I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess we'll wrap it up for that, but just wanted to show some how we do the small spinning reel setups and if these weren't what's it called? Sougayilang reels?
I'm not going to try and
whatever these are. If we weren't using those, I'm huge Daiwa. Like everything's Daiwa and Avid that we have. So, and we don't use Avids on charters. Those are personal stock. Yeah. But we would normally put a Daiwa 3000 on something like this, which on some combos we have. But we're going to try these out for y'all. This is just, I want y'all to see how these work. We'll use them this year religiously. Yeah. And I bet they don't make it. We'll see, especially once a few cobia get on them. I mean, I hope they do. Yeah. And we can even replace it with some Kevlar drag washers and try that. Yeah. Because I got a feeling it'll be the drag that goes. It usually is on the cheaper reels that we've been sent. But maybe it won't. We'll see. Yeah. There's always going to be a company out there that's up and coming that they actually put good work into their rod and reels. And there it is again. That might be upside down. It is. So let me turn it upside down so it won't be upside down for you. Is that it, or is that it?
No, that's right there, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sougayilang. I don't know. but I'm gonna tell you, they're all over Amazon. I know that.
Yeah, they are.
And
In fact, we use some of their line too.
yeah, that's right. They got
Grab it.
yeah. I got some 12-strand line too. That's how they got hold of me. I think is because
We're ordering so much line.
So much line, yeah. And this is they have a 12-strand line. I can vouch for this.
Yes.
This line, it don't break. You ain't gonna break it unless you get it, get it frayed up.
Yeah.
This is what I've been sheepshead fishing with for a while, and a lot of my bottom fishing is done with that. And this is 50-pound.
Yeah. It even says strongest braided line.
Yeah, because it says it has to be.
Yeah, that's right. And it's got a check mark on it.
Yeah, being that check mark's there,
It's checked.
guaranteed it's been checked and it's the real deal.
Yeah.
It's gonna catch more fish.
That's the
Not.
that multicolor line.
Yeah, that's what we use.
Yep, we do.
So I think that's how they got in touch with me, and I probably have Amazon Buyer of the Year award anyways. The dog will start barking any moment because they're here probably actually.
Yeah.
But that's how they got. I think that's how they found me, and we got these reels.
reels.
I'll show it one more time, just give you kind of a look at it.
On the rod.
It's, I mean,
Hey.
you know what it looks like? It kind of looks like a modified in battle.
It does.
That's what it looks like. It's got the heavy bail wire too. I know you can't tell in the video, but it's got the heavy bail wire. Everything because it's new is real strong and stiff, and but it's really smooth.
Yeah.
Spins easy, knob spins easy. Everything's nice and good right now. So
Yeah,
we'll
it definitely
see.
has that battle pursuit
Yeah,
profile.
it does have that profile. Yeah, that schema. So we'll see.
Yep.
All right, well, we'll be back, and
We're gonna do some other stuff. We're gonna line these up.
Yep.
Show you how we line them up. Everybody else has their own way of lining them up. We're
Yeah.
gonna show you how we do it.
Hint, it's called wet packing. We'll show you how to wet pack your braid so you don't have the awful problem of the line going down and cutting another piece of your line once something comes tight.
That's
you
right.
can cut line down in your spool if you don't wet pack it. That's kind of a thing of a past, but it still does happen. And also the line spinning around inside the spool.
Yes.
You probably have seen that before if
That
you didn't wet pack
happens.
it.
It's bad.
You got to undo the whole. Put that up for today. So you better have one.
And it usually only happens when you're on a fish. So
Always, yeah.
you're gonna lose that one.
Yeah, you tighten the drag up and all of a sudden,
It just
like,
keeps
why is line coming up here? And the drag's not even turning? It ain't.
real nothing.
It's the
just
spool. The line's turning
just
and
coming off.
the line's coming off. Yeah.
And it's going to go all the way out. In
It
fact,
is.
you might lose all the line because once the fish gets to the end, it's going to break.
The only thing you can do is just grab the spool and the line in your fingers and just look away.
Yeah.
Open one eye, look at it, and then just point the rod at them.
Yep.
And let them break it
And
off.
hope you have gloves on.
Yeah,
because
need
it's
that.
going to hurt.
So wet packing is the way to do that. So we'll show that next, along with some jigs.
Yep. Rigging, how we rig for steel fishing.
Yeah, it's wintertime, man. Steel fishing's that's what we do.
Yeah.
And if you haven't tried it, we'll show you why you should.
That's right.
Stay tuned.
All right. Peace.
Peace.